And as things get...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Let's see some of the numbers here for Kristaps Porzingis.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
And now the Lakers starting group. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Schroeder in at the point. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Doncic against Schroeder. Doncic right side. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Schroeder. It's rebounded by Dallas. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
Now here's Porzingis after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Shoots over Schroeder, and Dallas again with the bucket.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Schroeder, changes up. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Dallas moving the ball around. Gasol with the steal. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Here's Schroeder. The Mavericks making the shot. Dishes it to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Morris is such a gifted scorer in the paint. He utilizes both his height and weight to get deep inside.
Schroeder against Doncic. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. And that one drops.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities or he's going to burn you.
Schroeder looking around. Here's Gasol. And Gasol with the dunk.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Doncic outside. Shoots over Schroeder. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 6 points.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Schroeder passes to Caldwell-Pope. Over Richardson. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Morris. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look for Dallas. Johnson, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. 34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Doncic. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Johnson, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here's Caruso. 1 second left. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say we want to start fast? Now let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's a one-do in at the 3. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Matthews dishes to Hill. Right side Matthews. Mavericks leading by 8. Here's a one-do. Johnson up top. Outside Hardaway. And foul on. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lakers trail by 8. Here's Horton Tucker. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Here's Colin. Oh, the power on that throw-down.
Wow.
Oh, man, such a quick and explosive leap. Cauley Stein throws it down with ease.
Loads it up there for Harrell. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And Marjanovic with the slam.
the D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Back to Harrell. Pass to Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Matthews has got his first points of the game. 1:49 left here in the second. Now here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Inside. Here's Marjanovic. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Caldwell Pope comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Gasol's checked in. On the wing, Doncic. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And don't leave out his rebounding. He had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the inside, Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, right to the rim. Once Gasol gets this close, he commits to flush.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Doncic against Schroeder. It's stolen by Schroeder. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Porzingis finds Doncic. Here's Richardson. Kleba, the pass to Marjanovic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Dallas shooting their first foul shot of the night. 7 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Gasol slams it in.
That's what they need from Gasol. Offensive production. Take some pressure off their guards.
Up in time. And that would have counted, but his shot was off, and so it's Dallas. Holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Now that the unicorn is healthy, Shaq, we're getting a better idea about the full... Thanks for joining us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. They've got Morris. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Richardson. Clock is at 3. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Richardson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs. Schroeder dishes to Gasol. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Here's Doncic. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Doncic against Schroeder. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. The Lakers also changing it up. Montrezl Harrell. He's checked in for Gasol. Matthews comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, man, look at Morris use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shot back.
And Harrell slams it in.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Cauley-Stein kicks to Doncic. Back to Cauley-Stein, and stolen by Harrell. Here's Doncic. Over to the left wing. Brunson the pass to Doncic. And they double up Doncic. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his first foul. Dallas making a switch here. Burks is checked in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Brunson finds Burke. They get it back, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
You see the length helping Cauley-Stein right there? I mean, that's what allows him to be a factor on the board.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Porzingis with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Finney-Smith, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about they're not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Caruso. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Burke kicks to Finney-Smith. Horton Tucker with the rebound. Lakers trail by 11. Loads it up there for Harrell. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And with toughness and physicality, Harrell can simply overpower opponents offensively.
Burke looking over the floor. And stolen by Harrell. 52 seconds left to play in the third. Right side Matthews.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. Passes it to Porzingis. He feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Just 4 to shoot. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Caruso. Burke covering. Matthews against Brunson. Matthews passes to Harrell. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Brunson. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Dallas. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Trey Burke. Marjanovic is out there with Johnson. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And it's good for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Methodical from mid-range. Richardson an effective shooter, so his teammates trust his shot.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Here's Doncic. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Count it, good.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Gasol drives in, then Gasol with the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
And that one's good, Doncic.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Richardson outside. Shot from free throw range. No good off the back of the rim.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you really like seeing Caldwell Pope earning these calls on the shot. I mean, it makes him that much more difficult to guard.
Chris, you had some great battles with those guys in the 2020 Hall of Fame class, like Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. And I know you're going to join them in Springfield in the Hall of Fame soon as well.
Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. It was an honor playing against these guys. You know, when you think about Kobe and the Mamba mentality, as a friend, you just miss that competitive spirit, and it was an honor to call him an opponent and a friend. Tim Duncan, you had to be prepared when you went up against him and his great Spurs team. And same with Kevin Garnett, just energy and passion, and one of my favorite players of all time. So it was an honor playing against him and an honor to call them friends.
To the middle, here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
With a 7-1 division, Gasol staying aware. I mean, this guy's got game.
Doncic looking it over. He dishes it to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
The drive by Schroeder. Doncic with the block. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Lakers trail by 10. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Doncic outside. Back to Marjanovic. Pass to Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. Some solid defense from Gasol. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Schroeder dishes to Caldwell Pope. Kuzma against Doncic. Kuzma kicks it over to Schroeder. Lets the three fly. Hits the three-point bomb. Schroeder's got it back down to single digits for the Lakers.
They get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Now Hardaway. Doncic finds Marjanovic. Dallas moving it around. Back to Hardaway. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And here is Marjanovic. And there's the pass to Awundu. Back to Marjanovic. It's off. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
The 2021 NBA 2K League draft pool consisted of 265 players, and only 63 heard their names called on draft day.
It was exciting from the start. Even before the first pick was made, two major trades took place.
I was getting ready for the #1 pick, but we got trade alerts already coming in. Rumors have been flying these last couple days.
Lakers Gaming sent their
Taking place in the heart of Los Angeles, Staples Center. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for C.J. McCollum.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Jones in at the 3. And for the Lakers, we've got Markieff Morris. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Marc Gasol. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward.
You know, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happens.
Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight. to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Now, here's Cantor. He's coming off a 19-point game against Brooklyn.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Here's Gasol after Enes Kanter's basket. And, yes, it's good. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that and come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Lillard finds Kanter, kicks it out to Lillard, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Now, here's Schroeder. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Now, here's Lillard after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Kicks it out to Lillard. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 5 now.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Now here's Caldwell Pope, Gasol, and Gasol able to finish.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Marc Gasol. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum outside. Launches it. Clock at 6. From deep. Again, McCollum missing. Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Matthews, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, I like seeing Matthews go strong to the rack. I mean, using his speed and strength to put the defense in a pickle.
Good checked in for C.J. McCollum. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. 1:03 left to play in the first. Excellent D from Cantor. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Here's Simons. He's defended by Harrell. And it's Simons missing. The Lakers trail. 7-second difference, shot in game clock. Down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
Anthony, the pass to Trent. Inside, Cantor, and Cantor throws it down. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Caruso on the wing. Morris. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers lead. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a five-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second-chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
We've got Montrezl Harrell. Matthews out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 spot. That's the Laker 5. Portland leading. Simons surveying the D. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marc Gasol is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. McCollum's checked in for Portland. The drive by Schroeder. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Los Angeles on D. They trail by 1. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Schroeder passes to Antetokounmpo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's Caldwell-Pope with the drive. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. The shot. No good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Back to Covington. Lillard with it. Chalk up 2 there.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
He gets that one. Antetokounmpo's got his first bucket of the night.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Lillard against Schroeder. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Lakers trail by 7. Here's Caruso. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Now just a 3-point Portland lead.
Bam! Harold flying to the hoop, always giving max effort.
27 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Cantor. And the layup's good off the glass. 6 points for Enes Kanter.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake. But they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to shy away from the triple.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. The Trailblazers making a switch here, so he gets them both. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. Got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Simons. Kanter in the corner with 1 on the clock, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 13 points and 2 rebounds. That's all for now.
In the gym trying to work about.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the small forward. Lillard attacking, and it's blocked.
Caldwell Pope showing us excellent timing there, using his length well on defense.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. Lillard against Gasol. Lillard the pass to Kanter. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Lillard. The tray. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Schroeder. It's stolen by Schroeder. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Caldwell Pope. The putback. It's good on the putback. Kuzma's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
And the Lakers making a change here. Matthews is checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Tipped away. It's stolen by Jones. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got the fast break chance. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hood's checked in.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
And that's going to be a travel. Portland leading. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Got a piece of it. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
For the Trailblazers, Trent's checked in, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Good on the second free throw. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Trent. He's got 5. To the middle. Here's Giles. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Matthews. A nice shot by Simons. And now an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
1:05 left in the third quarter of the game. The pass to Simons. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. He dishes it to Carmelo. 5 on the clock. And it's Simons missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Matthews passes to Gasol. The rebound by Giles.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And so it's Portland holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. There's Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Defensively, we got to give a little more.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris, and it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the shooting guard position.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Kuzma. Rebounded by McCollum.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Lillard against Caldwell Pope. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Lakers trail by 11. Down low, here's Caruso. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
McCollum finds Lillard. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Portland.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Matthews, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Portland leading by 10. Lillard outside. To the inside, poked away. Gasol with the steal. Throws up, and it's Matthews with the jam.
And Matthews streaks down the floor. Fantastic score in the open court. He can get to the rim or hurt you with the three.
And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. And that one's good, Lillard.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. First free throw is good. Good on both.
You know, Wes Matthews plays with that chip and edge that comes from not being drafted. He's a quality player now, and I think that edge has served him well throughout his career.
Lillard looking around. Inside, Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
And Matthews kicks to Caldwell Pope. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there,
The league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And how about the toughness of Cantor? Outstanding at keeping his composure and just finding a way to capitalize.
Lakers trail by 12. Matthews with it. Now Covington defending. Kuzma passes to Caldwell Pope. That's tipped. Morris outside. That's tipped. They recover it. Here's Matthews.
No, sir, not today. Don't come in here. Covington not having it.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. The shot by Lillard wide open. Kicks it out to McCollum. The three. Cans it from downtown. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Portland.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
You know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. 27 seconds left in the fourth. Passed a little. Here's Giles to the inside. 4 on the clock. Launches a three. It's deflected. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's McKinney. Knocks it loose.
Los Angeles foul call. That's his first personal foul.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Blazers ball.
From deep three-point range, can't get it to fall. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of it.
At number 2, Pacers Gaming drafted 630, while Warriors Gaming Squad selected Hezi at number 3. 76ers president of basketball operations Daryl Morey announced the 4th overall pick.
76ers GC is picking Dre, point guard for Maryland.
Rounding out the top 5 was Tezo, who was selected 5th overall by Celtics Crossover Gaming. And with their new number 7 pick, the Lakers took Reese DeGod, who was a league champion last season with Wizards District Gaming.
The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this terrific look at the picturesque city of Portland. And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. Porzingis with the block. But they'll get another chance. Just 3 to shoot. That's a 2 from Lillard. Offensive rebound. Kanter kicks to Lillard. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Jones. Kicks it out to Richardson. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Lillard, right side. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4. Well, it is a long season. We know that. And the All-Star break provides Greg some respite. But how do you keep your body fresh as we're heading down the stretch here?
Kevin, you got to listen to the training staff. I mean, first and foremost, teams are getting more advanced, measuring when players are wearing down and trying to protect them. All the tools are there, but you've got to take advantage. And the other thing is mentally, you've got to be fresh. It's not just about your body being fresh. So sometimes you need to be able to shut the brain down in terms of the game and get your focus elsewhere.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Doncic looking it over. Lays it up and banks it in.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Portland with the ball. Trailing by 2. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
You know, their energy kicked in down the stretch, but too many mistakes overall. Just was not their night.
Now here's Lillard. Kanter trying to free himself up. And Lillard gets it to go.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Lillard against Doncic. Over Lillard. Porzingis. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 22-point game against Brooklyn.
The other thing, he really changed the pace of the game when you consider how many free throws he shot. Drawing fouls is an art, and really, he has mastered that part of the game.
Richardson, good.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
McCollum against Richardson. Over in the corner, Lillard. 1:25 left in the first quarter. And Kanter throws it down.
Well, Enes Kanter's size and finishing ability, it takes a lot to knock him off his path to the rim.
Now, Doncic, 37 points in the win against Portland.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
There's 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here is Lillard. He has 6. From about 19 feet. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Lillard's got 8 points.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Just 4 seconds left to play here in the first. And Doncic gets it to go. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Mavericks. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being in a big family. You know, as a kid,
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the court for the Mavericks. Johnson is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Brunson in at the 1.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Brunson. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Lays it up off the glass. Brunson's got his first 2 points of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Simons, the pass to Trent. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Down low. Here's Trent. Kicks to Cantor. Pass to Simons. Shot clock at 3. It's deflected. Outside Hood to the wing on the left. Second shot opportunity. Keeps it alive. Powell pulls it in. The Mavericks leading. Richardson outside. Passes it to Brunson. To the paint. Stolen by Cantor. And they're moving it up. Trent can't hit. The Mavericks shooting wonderfully up to this point. 67%. Brunson kicks to Johnson. Brunson with it. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Powell. The rebound by Simons.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Cantor. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Fernie Simons. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Johnson. And it's Burke in for Richardson. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Now the dish to Hood. Back to McCollum. 1:53 left in the second quarter. And stolen by Burke. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. And there's the feed to Hardaway. Count that bucket. Hardaway has got his first basket.
What a beautiful blend of size and athleticism. Boy, Tim Hardaway Jr. is doing work inside.
Now here's McCollum. His last outing, 16 points for him. 1:21 left in the first half. Hardaway with the steal. The pass to Marjanovic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Trent passes to McCollum. To the middle. Covington finds Hood. Back to Covington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Tremendous job by Robert Covington to get the defense committed and draw the contact. Nice.
So both teams making some changes here.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league. This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Anthony in the corner. Lillard attacking.
Nice work to get it in.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Doncic kicks to Burke. From deep. And a close game so far through the first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll about...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Doncic against Lillard. Here's the teardrop. Porzingis with the block. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's Lillard after Luka Doncic's bucket. Takes the 13-footer. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Damian Lillard. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Can't hit from the elbow.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Lillard looking around. Cantor trying to free himself up. And again, it's Damian Lillard. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
And Doncic, here we go. Good work there as it goes. Doncic has got 12 in the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
A different look now for Portland. Trent's checked in, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, here's Doncic. 12 points for him.
Well, a great offensive player keeps defenders off balance. Luka Doncic does just that.
It's his first trip to the line. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Portland. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Trent. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now, here's Doncic. He's got 14. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Simons. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Simons has got 4 this quarter.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Up top, Doncic. He's got 16. Cauley-Stein. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cauley-Stein's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Here's Trent. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Now here's Anthony. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Cauley-Stein. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jones with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Jones against Porzingis. Jones drives in. Got a hand on it. And they're able to recover. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. And the layup is good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And here's Doncic from the arc. No good on the last second attempt there. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with this guy.
Keep working the game. Possession by possession.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Dallas leading by 3. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Cauley-Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Trey Burke. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Boy, and the foul. Doncic has got great upper body strength, completes the play. Nicely done.
Mavericks making a switch here. Owundu's checked in. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Trent. Burke covering. Cantor's shot is off. Cantor's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Pass to Cauley-Stein. And here is Marjanovic. Makes it off the glass. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Cantor, the pass to Trent. And another 3 for Portland.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Now, here's Doncic. Guarded close. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Simons, the pass to Canner. And here we go, Burke heading to the hoop. And that one drops for him.
Those are the kinds of plays that win games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with.
Now, here's Cantor. Pass to Simons. To the inside. Crafty move. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Cantor.
Enes Kanter embraces physicality, and if he wants to score it, he's going to play right through the defense.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now, here's Doncic. To the paint, here's Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Lillard. And he gets it to go.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Lillard against Doncic. Out to the right wing. Kleba kicks to Brunson. And Doncic, here we go. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. On the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Johnson. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleba. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. Lillard outside. Pass to Giles. Kicks it out to Lillard. He dishes it to McCollum. With some arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Finney Smith passes to Burke. Here's Marjanovic. Over Giles. Marjanovic, no good. Trailblazers trail by 7. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Now Marjanovic. Knocked away. And the pass to Brunson. Back to Marjanovic. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Doncic is checked in for Trey Burke. And here is Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Shoots over Cantor. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. Lillard with it. Dishes it to Covington. Back to Lillard. Canner in the corner. Lillard outside. It's Covington on the wing. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. McCollum against Brunson. Portland no good that time either. Marjanovic finds Porzingis. The Mavericks rebound to the wing right side. Inside. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. This was a very... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
And they selected a familiar face, T.S. Josh.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Lakers, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2-guard spot. Now, here is Morris. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Nobody near Schroeder. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Gasol passes to Caldwell Pope. And the Lakers with another miss.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
That's tipped, and he gets it back. Lakers have gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And here is Doncic. He had 37 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Schroeder against Doncic. Kuzma passes to Gasol. Out to Morris. Clock at 6. Here's Schroeder. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
He comes off screens like it's an agility course. Schroeder as elusive as they come.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Shoots over Schroeder, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night. And this time of year, Steve, is when we see a lot of players start to lose their edge. A lot of games in the rearview mirror, but the playoffs are still a ways off.
Well, Kevin, for the great teams, this is when you snap into more focus. This is the time of year to get into the postseason mode. Usually those teams and players that fall off, they're usually on losing teams.
And that one's good. Doncic.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Schroeder outside. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Porzingis. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. It's picked off. Jumps up, flushes it down to finish the break.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now, here's Doncic. 6 points for him. Porzingis trying to get free. And the dunk by Doncic.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Here's Caruso. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Pass to Morris. Down low. 4 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. A 3-ball. Kuzma can't get it to go. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Hardaway kicks to Richardson. Here's Porzingis with the floater. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Caruso looking for an opening. Doncic with the steal. Over to the wing. Kleber finds Porzingis.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Porzingis with the steal, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Pass to Matthews. One second left. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Defensively, I'm impressed with Richardson.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
You
could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Richardson, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with James Johnson. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. Mavericks leading by 4. Doncic with it. He's got 8. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got 4 points this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Caruso, the pass to Matthews. The dish to Antetokounmpo. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Over Doncic. The shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
If you don't have that one guy who gets you 10-plus boards every night, you just have to send more guys to the glass.
Caruso, no good. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Marc Gasol comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 11-point game.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
For Dallas, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Now Doncic. He's got 8. And Gasol sends it back. And he recovers it. Johnson kicks to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Johnson.
Come get it.
Second shot opportunity. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Lakers trail by 9.
Who's got that?
It's Schroeder with the drive. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
I'll tell you, Schroeder's a tough kid. You see the added strength. We'll see if he can complete the and one.
Burke, he's checked in for Doncic. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
To the inside, here's Gasol, and the layup falls. Gasol's got 6.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Out to the right wing. Brunson with a clean look. No good on the triple. Lakers trail by 6. There's the pass to Horton Tucker. It's stolen by Johnson. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
And the Lakers making a change here. Kuzma's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis is coming in for James Johnson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's Kuzma, and it goes down 2 points. And now just a 4-point Dallas lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Burke, the pass to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Morris against Cauley Stein. Morris dishes to Gasol. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Schroeder surveying the floor. Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now here's Burke. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Cauley Stein's shot is good. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. With the tip. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
We've got Dennis Schroeder, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the court, they got it right with the review.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Schroeder outside. Gasol's in the post. He's against Porzingis. No good from Gasol.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Here's Porzingis. Yes, that goes in. And it's a 10-point Dallas lead.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Mavericks leading by 8. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Doncic against Schroeder. Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Doncic against Schroeder. Out to Morris. Caldwell Pope the bounce pass. Fires from the wing. Kuzma can't get it to go.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 10. Back to Morris. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And so they foul intentionally. And the Lakers with some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Matthews comes in for Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Matthews. And Harrell slams it in.
If you start the alley-oop, Harrell can usually finish it. He's an explosive big man with good hands.
Now the feed to Powell. It's deflected. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Harrell. Doncic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Richardson. Caruso grabs the miss. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Burke comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. It's Matthews on the wing. Pass to Caruso. Harrell with it. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Caruso. Brunson covering.
Yeah, good job to take.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Puts it up there for Harrell. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Burke. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Horton Tucker's shot is off. Right side Hardaway. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Doncic in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Caruso following the score by James Johnson. Harrell down low. Cauley Stein defending. Count it.
This is Montrezl Harrell. Strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
Mavericks leading by 6. Here's Brunson. To the middle. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. To the paint. Back to Morris. Uncovered. He gets it in there. Morris has got his first points in this one.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Brunson against Matthews. Out to Doncic. On the wing, Hardaway. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Caruso. Inside, Harrell. Pass to Caruso. Back to Harrell. Not going to go that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Now, here's Doncic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. No good from outside.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate. He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Doncic against Schroeder. Now, here's Doncic. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's a 1-2. Now the pass to Marjanovic. To the middle. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Schroeder. Loads it up there for Harrell. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Getting better and better at scoring the basketball. Montrezl Harrell just scoring at will right now.
Here's Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Dallas.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Luka Doncic.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
I don't know what to say. With his shooting ability, that's a 1 in 100 shot.
And Gasol gets it to go.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. And it's off from three-point range. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our
Absolutely. Now, what was that feeling like to you and your family to go first overall in the NBA 2K League draft?
It was a really great feeling. I kind of knew for a little bit I was most likely going to the Lakers. It's just a great.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, so a moment now to see the story for C.J. McCollum.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And now the Lakers starting group. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's Schroeder missing. And here's Portland. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And they lost the last matchup with this club, and it was really the reserves where the gap in play was felt.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. To the paint, it's stolen by Morris. Kuzma with it, now defended by McCollum.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Well, we saw a play-in game during the 2020 season in the bubble. Brent, do you want to see more of that going forward?
I think it's pretty exciting, Kevin, to have everything on the line like that, where it's win or go home. And it's a little bit earlier than we're used to, but man, was that exciting last year.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
McCollum outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Well, the coach has confidence in C.J. taking that shot, and so C.J. has confidence in making it.
Here's Caldwell-Pope, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Enes Kanter.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Kanter, high post. Jones, the pass to Kanter. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And for a guy who entered the league as a terrific free throw shooter, Damian Lillard is now among the elite of the elite from the stripe.
Kuzma against McCollum, and it's in there.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Out of bounds.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Out to Kuzma. Shoots the 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And he's what I call a prepared shooter with strong fundamentals. Kuzma is a capable threat from the perimeter.
Passes to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 8 points.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Morris outside. Back to Gasol. Kuzma against Jones. That one falls.
Gifted at scoring from there. Really, Kuzma is a legit threat to capitalize from almost anywhere.
Lillard looking around. Kicks it out to McCollum. Puts up a three. Morris with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 5. What a team!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a team!
Nice.
As a defender, hard to keep up with KCP in transition. He has excellent get up and go.
Back to Lillard. The three. The Trailblazers rebound. Cantor finds Lillard. And it's McCollum in the corner. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 11.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Trailblazers shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he knocks down the first one. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hood's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 3, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And the Lakers making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Here's Simons. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Cantor, the pass to Trent. And the three off target. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 of 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. We've got 33 seconds left in the first.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Out to the right wing. Here's Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Lakers trail. Here's Horton Tucker. That one off the back iron and out. And now Portland on the break. Anthony leading the charge. Pass to Simons. With 1 on the clock, and that one released in time, but no good. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Rodney Hood out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Simons. It's blocked. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. Dishes it to Harrell. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Cantor dishes to Carmelo. Pass to Simons. And the rejection by Harrell. 5 to shoot. The pass to Trent. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Lakers leading by 4. Morris passes to Harrell. Rebounded by Hood. For Portland, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Poke loose. Matthews with the steal. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Lakers also changing it up. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Morris. Caldwell Pope comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. To the inside, Gasol with the steal. Now the Lakers on the break. Schroeder passes to Horton Tucker. Back to Schroeder. Down low, Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. Count the basket. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Here's Gasol. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Schroeder against Lillard. Schroeder kicks to Kuzma. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Damian Lillard. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in, and that one's good. Lillard.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
Here's Schroeder. It's good. And the Lakers lead by 4.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
59 seconds left now here in the second. And an intentional foul right there. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Wesley Matthews checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Matthews. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Caruso. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard from outside the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Here's Matthews. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Some good action during the period as it was just...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. Over in the corner, Lillard. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. On the wing, Jones. The feed to Cantor, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lillard. Pass to Jones. To the middle. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut back down to 3 on the basket from Enes Kanter.
Well, this is the area where Cantor can really unleash his offensive arsenal. Difficult guy to defend inside.
Schroeder kicks to Gasol. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Enes Kanter. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Hood's checked in for C.J. McCollum, and the Lakers also making a change. Horton Tucker's checked in. Morris kicks to Kuzma. 5 on the clock. That shot off. Great D that time from Hood. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Anthony's checked in for Portland. Stolen by Cantor. Anthony can't hit. Lakers leading by 7. Here's McKinney. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
To the inside. Here's Cantor. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters.
I hope so.
I think they're on to something. If we could get that. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Caruso kicks to Harrell. Pass to McKinney. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And how about they don't waste any time matching that throwdown with one of their own.
A show of their determination right there. Inside, here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Using some brute force to take it strong to the rack. Cantor leaving nothing to chance.
There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo passes to Harrell. And the shot goes down. Harrell's got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Simons the pass to Cantor. And the shot goes in. Cantor's got 6. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Matthews. To the paint. And Harrell slams it in.
Harrell in ideal position and then rises back up and then able to jam it down.
Here's Trent. No points in the game yet for him. Simons the pass to Cantor. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Well, the D attempted to foul Cantor before he got that shot off, but too late. Results in the and one.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Stolen by McCollum, and we've reached the end of the third. Lakers lead by 6. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony, and it's Covington in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Lakers leading by 6. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Harrell dishes to Schroeder. Back to Harrell. Morris outside. Caldwell Pope for 3. No good on that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Now here's Lillard. Back to Anthony. Lillard outside. Right side, Covington. Fires from deep. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist from Covington.
Lillard just plays with great confidence, really feeling it here and looking to find any scoring opportunity in this one.
Schroeder kicks to Morris. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. To the middle. Harrell the pass to Morris. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. Trailblazers on D here in the fourth quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And Kuzma slams it in.
What a jam from Kuzma. The athleticism there makes him look unstoppable.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Now the Lakers on the break. Caldwell Pope on the wing. And the basket is good. And that's 10 points for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. For that time working inside.
Kicks it out to Jones. And here's McCollum for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Harrell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Schroeder. Covington with the steal. Up the floor. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. And it's Portland with the rebound. And they go to the intentional foul. Dennis Kanter's checked in for Portland. Marc Gasol is checked in for the Lakers. Trailblazers trail by 5. The pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, KCP steady there at the line. Nice work to draw the contact.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for the Lakers. That one is no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. And then Lillard slams it in.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Caruso looking for an opening. Gasol passes it to Caruso. Kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got his 5th rebound in this one. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Harrell, he's checked in for Morris.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
We've seen this. When KCP's confident, when he's in rhythm, he can fill it up with the best of them.
Lillard with no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 5 here tonight. 1:10 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Caruso. It's stolen by Jones. And again, Portland running the court in transition. Yes!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Covington with the steal. The dish now to Lillard. To the right side. Kanter inside. Harrell on him. Shot clock at 5 to tie it up. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Second chance effort. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Outside Gasol. Pass to Caruso. Right side Gasol. Shoots over Covington. Oh, no good. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that gives them the lead.
A lot of questions in the early part of C.J. McCollum's career about could he become a valuable scorer in the league and really what position will he play. But after being the 10th overall pick in 2013, he's answered those questions.
Timeout called the Lakers. They trail by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
It's a take charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry,
for the team and help us win the championship.
Any matchups you're looking forward to this season? Any?
The city of Dallas. Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enemy. A moment here now. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Doncic, passes it to Kleber. Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. Puts the move on, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Pass to Lillard. And he banks in the layup.
A pick-and-roll master. You got to respect how decisive Lillard is. I mean, he often makes great decisions.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Now, here's Lillard after Luka Doncic's miss, and then Lillard slams it in.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard, or you'll get dunked on.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Doncic looking it over. From down in the low post, it goes.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Here's Lillard. Sweet little floater. Lillard's got 6 points.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Now, here's Doncic. 37 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Kanter after Luka Doncic's bucket. Jones dishes to Kanter. Bucket is good.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D really.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Doncic outside. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Takes the 3. Kleber with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
He feeds it to Richardson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, not a big guy, but Richardson has no fear of the contact. I mean, he stays strong and gets his finish.
Here's Lillard. He's got 6. Kicks it out to McCollum. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
1:12 left in the first quarter. Doncic against Lillard. Good, nice job down low. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Lillard attacking, lays it up off the glass.
Oh, he's got it rolling this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Lillard against Doncic. Here's Porzingis, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Lillard up top, guarded by Doncic. 2 points, that one goes.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. Count that one.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Lillard scanning the floor. Beyond the arc. Outside, Jones. Three-pointer. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back to the action after this word. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA.
I'm training summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Rodney Hood, and it's Simons in at the guard position. The Mavericks leading.
But, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on his team.
Now here's Porzingis, and now we've got the intentional foul. Here's Doncic. 12 points for him. Johnson at the elbow. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Johnson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
And Simons a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point, though.
And so here is Dallas. The Blazers getting the bucket. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action.
Far from just a jump shooter. Richardson is more than capable of getting it done inside,
too. Simons surveying the D. Kanter, the pass to Simons. To the inside. Hardaway against Hood. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Portland. Right now, they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And, of course, Dallas, a couple spots below.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
But there are still some very strong teams above them. So, yes, they are contenders, but I wouldn't call them favorites just yet.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Trent passes to Simons. Here's Trent from the arc. Porzingis with the rebound.
If he forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
It's tipped. Anthony down low. Johnson's there. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Anthony. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Back to Doncic. From the high post. And it's Portland with the rebound. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight. Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now, here's Marjanovic. Lillard comes with the double team, and that one's good. Marjanovic. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. Lillard against Brunson. Floats one. Lillard misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
That's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt. The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Lillard left side. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Yep, that one goes.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Lillard attacking. He dishes it to Jones. Here is Lillard. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 14 points, and Kenny along. And that does it for our halftime show.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Now, here's Doncic. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Jones with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's Jones on the wing. Back to Lillard. And there's the pass to Giant. Feeds it to Lillard. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball for the tie. And here are the Trailblazers now. Anthony. No good. That would have tied it.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Here's Doncic. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Trey Burke comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And that one's good. Burke. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Good. Simons has got his second basket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Now here's Brunson. The feed to Powell. There's the double team with Covington. Powell, the pass to Brunson. Burke. Kept alive. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Kanter. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Marjanovic. 11 feet away. Tips it up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Brunson's got his first 2 points.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Basket counts. Here's Brunson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like that.
Wow!
Nice.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
4 on the clock. Marjanovic passes to Hardaway. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kanter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And a wide open look for McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark. Mavericks leading by 4.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
And Jones sends it back. It's deflected. Shot on the wing, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Mavericks on top, up 4. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Jones, and it's Cantor in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely on fire.
Now, Doncic. 7-foot shot. Cauley Stein. Out to Doncic. He sinks the 11-footer.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Lillard on top, guarded by Doncic. A 3 from McCollum sinks the three-pointer. McCollum's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Lillard against Doncic. Kleba with the bucket. Kleba's got his first points of the night.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Lillard against Cauley Stein. Mavericks leading by 5. Here's Hardaway, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving his passing.
Now here's McCollum. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. Yes! And the foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
And they haven't had much success in the paint since halftime. I mean, the offense sort of stuck on the perimeter. They need to get a little bit more inside-out balance.
Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Doncic against Lillard. And Doncic, here we go. And he makes that one. Doncic has got 6 in the quarter.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Tries again and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's Doncic. .144 left in the 4th quarter.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Lillard outside. Lillard again missing. Mavericks leading by 6. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Doncic against Covington. Now here's Richardson. Defense is right there.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's McCollum. And the layup's good off the glass.
And McCollum is a lethal scorer, especially when the game is on the line. Love how under control he is.
Lillard against Doncic. Inside. Stein with it. Now defended by McCollum. Stein passes to Richardson.
This is why Richardson is out there. I mean, his team trusts in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Lillard fires away from way outside. It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Doncic. Good.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
They get it back. Here's Cantor. They shoot again. Misses the shot. And so it's Dallas winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did it.